attack warning sounds like. This is the sound.
The run-up to the 1980 Olympics was politically charged. The USA and 64 other nations boycotted the Games, and Britain almost pulled out too. East versus West tensions were rife.
The United States does not wish to be represented in a host country that is invading and subjugating another nation.
Despite many athletes not being there, for many, it was all about Sebastian Coe and Steve Ovett.
Are you still hoping to go to Moscow? That's what I'm training for. I'm very hard.
Between them, they dominated middle distance running and broken world records for fun in the years before the Games.
Then the 3:32.1 of Sebastian Coe is not safe. We've got our watch stopped at 3:32.1. The remarkable Ovett, who along with Coe heralds the greatest period in British athletic history for 50 years, has equalled Coe's world record.
How did you feel when he equalled your 1500s record the other day?
Records are there to be broken, or even equalled.
Crucially, they'd only run against each other once before, at the European Championships in 1978. So Moscow was the coming together of these two superpowers. Their first meeting was the 800-metre final. The world was watching and waiting, with Coe the favourite.
So as they line up, it's Kirov of Russia on the inside, Ovett, Great Britain in lane 2, Guimarães, Brazil, lane 3, Wagenknecht, East Germany, lane 4, David Warren, Great Britain, 5. Mario of France in lane 6. Busa of East Germany in lane 7. Sebastian Coe, the world record holder, in lane 8. Tremendous roar around the stadium as they go on their way. 3 Britons, 2 East Germans, 1 Russian, 1 Brazilian, 1 Frenchman. The final of the 800 metres, and Guimarães of Brazil has gone storming off. Sebastian Coe right on the outside, taking it fairly easy, but he's about 7 metres back as they break there. Guimarães leads, Kirov on the inside. Coming right across now is David Warren of Great Britain. And Steve Ovett looking for room. Wagenknecht knocked by Ovett. And Ovett tries to come around him on the outside as they slow and bunch. It's now become tactical, and the bumping and boring we expected has happened. 26 seconds for the first 200. The Brazilian leads. David Warren of Britain in second place. Coe clear of trouble, right on the outside. Ovett ready for him. Trapped behind the bunch, and he's got to come round that lot. What will he do? Try and barge his way through as they come towards the bell, and there he goes, bursting through, getting a rough ride. 54.5, a slow time left to the sprinters. Guimarães, Brazil leads. Warren in second place, and Coe now has got himself in trouble right at the back. 320 metres to go. Warren leads for Britain. Kirov, Russia second. Guimarães is third. Steve Ovett in fourth place. Those blue eyes like chips of ice. Getting knocked about by Wagenknecht. And Coe coming up, trying to make his run. It's Kirov now of Russia. Steve Ovett in second place, and Coe's got an awful lot to do. He's coming from a long way back, but they've been all over the place in this race. It's been a running battle. Kirov leads, Ovett second. Coe is beaten surely. Ovett hits the front, and Coe can't get through. Steve Ovett coming home to take the gold medal for Great Britain, to beat Sebastian Coe and gets the silver. And Ovett looks up in triumph. That was a race about experience. The British supporters celebrate. Ovett got bottled up at the start, but the man who lost his way in that race was Sebastian Coe.
Ovett shocked the world as he took gold, with Coe taking the silver. For Ovett, the spoils and the glory. For Coe, the realisation he'd run a terrible tactical race. The handshake on the podium said it all. As Ovett beamed, Coe realised the chances of redemption were slim.
I'm just looking to get in there and to be in amongst the action and to fight like I've never fought before.
6 days later, on the start line, Ovett was the favourite. He'd been unbeaten in the 1500 metres for 3 years and 42 consecutive races. We join it with 2 laps to go.
The Britons are in the right place there. They're all able to cover any attack at this moment. Running 2, 3, and 4. 800 metres, 2 minutes, 5 seconds, so it was slow and now strong. Can't wait any longer. He knows the Britons have got the finish, so he's got to go. And Straub now makes the strike for home. Just over a lap and a half left, and he's stretching away from the others. Sebastian Coe in second place, looking very comfortable. Ovett watching Coe all the time. Bussa coming up into 4th place. 5th is Fontanella of Italy, and they're stretching out now. There's about 10, 12 metres between first and last, and Stevie Cram has lost his place and is 3 from the back. But Coe second, and Ovett third, following the East Germans' pace as they come to the bell. East Germany 1, Britain 2 and 3, East Germany 4, Italy 5, France 6, Great Britain 7, Yugoslavia 8, Czechoslovakia 9. The long run for home is on. Straub kicking again. Just over 300 to go. Coe in second place, Ovett is third. Bussa still 4th, Marigeau 5, Fontanella 6, Steve Cram in 7th place. And look at Sebastian Coe there, checking where Ovett is, and Ovett's watching him all the way. But this is the strike we want to see. Can they outsprint each other? Which one is the faster? Ovett in the pulling position, coming up to attack. There'll be no waves, I suspect, today to the crowd. And there goes Coe. He's looking for Ovett, wondering where he is. He's right there behind him. And Ovett gathers himself on the near side. Straub on the far side. And could this be Ovett's first defeat? Ovett is in trouble. And Coe gets the revenge he wants. Ovett, second is Straub. Third is Ovett. 4th is Bussa. And what a comeback for Sebastian Coe. The man they write off totally. Coe suddenly found Ovett's breaking point, and Ovett could do nothing about it.
Redemption for Coe, bronze for Ovett. Coe learned his lesson from the 800-metre final. And with arms stretched in wide-eyed relief, this image said it all.
The arguments will go on. First, Ovett wins, and then Sebastian Coe comes home flying high.
So the score ended 1-1, and on top of the podium this time, he looked up to the sky and smiled. 4 years later, in Los Angeles, Coe and Ovett were back. Ovett, though, was ill, but miraculously made the 800 and 1500 finals. The 800 was won by Brazil's Joachim Cruz, with Coe again taking silver. In the 1500-metre final, Ovett pulled out with a lap to go.
And Steve Ovett's dropped out. It's not surprising. The world record holder out. It's been a bad week for him.
And would watch on as Coe sprinted clear of Steve Cram to become the first man to successfully defend the 1500-metre title.
And the battle between the two. It's going to be Britain 1 and 2, unless something cracks hopelessly. And Coe comes away. Cram digs in, but Coe comes away to retain the Olympic title. Sebastian Coe, back at his best, is the Olympic champion again. Cram gets the silver.
The late 70s and 80s were heady days indeed for British middle distance running. Maybe we didn't realise it at the time, but boy, we were lucky to witness it.